you've gone through the protocols with us, and it's been now about a year.
Yeah, just over a year.
Just over a year, and we just were talking about the effects of the protocols, specifically the Emsella.
Right.
And if you would,
yeah.
Just share what you found the Emsella has done for you, and the response that it's given. And
yeah. So one of the things I've thought was kind of interesting, because as you're using it, throughout the duration, I'm coming in for my visits. Some of the things that were happening more gradually, maybe I wasn't totally noticing, but now that it's actually been, I've been through, and I think I did 10 or 12, and I'm a full year now outside of that. So here's what I'll tell you is that the things that it changed for me most specifically is longevity. And so I was always a guy that very consistent as far as, I'm a 15-minute guy. I'm not, I'm just kind of an average guy.
Yeah.
But that's changed pretty significantly for me now. I have a lot more control. And so honestly, that area underneath, so
between the anus and the scrotum.
Yeah, the taint, whatever they call that, a specific area, the bulb area, it's become much more functional. In fact, before it was very slick and flat, and I feel like now it's actually has a little bit more structure to it, even maybe muscle, and I have more control, and so I can actually last 2 and even 3 times longer than the 15 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's interesting, right? Because as a man, I didn't really have that level of control. Now I actually do. And then the other thing that I'll share is simply that I have, when you have that final, release, it's more of a powerful, again too, where I've held it off longer. It's a bigger, more euphoric feeling when I actually have an orgasm. And so those two things have been, I think, primarily due maybe to that, because that's the area that I think is giving me that control. Mm-hmm. It's more of the muscle that's involved. And then where I'm lasting much longer, and I don't know the why, but it just feels bigger.
Awesome.
In fact, I'm more vocal about it. It's not just I'm like, I'm a little more vocal about it, which is cool. And it's awesome. It could be a little bit, it's like, but it's felt that big where you need to Wow. So anyways, those are probably the 2 areas that I feel like that specifically helped me to achieve, that much more duration, and then longevity, control, I guess I should say, and kind of that bigger, more euphoric orgasm. So those are the things. Yeah.
Something that's interesting is, and this isn't your challenge, and it hasn't ever been your challenge, but the men that we've worked with that have reported issues with premature ejaculation, the Focused Shockwave Therapy accompanied with the Emsella treatments, they said that just the same as you reported, that it has allowed them to last a lot longer. Yeah, a lot longer. In fact, I've been able to go maybe for even an hour, where I've never ever had done that. Yeah. Actually, I will tell you this. I've gone more than once now. Wow. Isn't that interesting? That's to where awesome. I've never done that. Yep. But I'll go. I'll not really lose it. Mm-hmm. And I've had a partner that wants to keep going. Yeah. And so it's stayed firm, and I've built up another orgasm. Wow. And so, awesome. In fact, there was once that happened 3 times. That's amazing. That's never happened in my life. I'm almost 45 years old. Yeah. And so, for me to have done this treatment, to have all this, these changes in my life, well, that's a pretty big deal. Yeah. I shared with you, I'm divorced now, and I'm out there, and I want to give kind of that 100% when I'm having this experience with someone that
I don't want to show up and be a 30% guy.
Right.
I want to hit a home run, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel 100% I'm able to do that now. This is a no-brainer. This treatment, it's a must. It's maintenance. It's essential if you value, you know, that portion of your life and what it brings and the experience, what it does for your partner, and what it's ultimately doing for the relationship. It's just a no-brainer to me.
Neat. Well, thank you for sharing that. Would you say that the connection that you've been able to create with your partner, significantly different than it would have been otherwise? Well,
the thing is it's not a routine, you know, where it's not, when it's more of an event, it's more of it's a bigger celebration. You know, it's like, I don't know how to explain this, but when you just eat a small slice of pizza, it doesn't do much for you.
Right.
But when you get that thicker, you know, better, all the ingredients, and it's a bigger, well, it's more of that's an experience. That's an event. Well, that's not something you just forget about.
Right.
Make sense?
Yeah.
When your performance is 15 minutes and it was okay, you didn't maybe create that bigger experience for your partner either.
Yeah.
Where when it's more of an actual celebration, it binds you, it lasts longer in your mind, you know. Yeah, so I would say, I mean, as far as the relationship, it's just essential. You know, sex is essential. It's in us. It's in nature. And so when you can do it, you know, in a way that's pleasing to your, that's the whole point, right? As a man, our partners vary in what they ultimately need. And I recognize that I was only delivering this because that's kind of what I did.
What you do.
That was me. That was my capabilities. Right. And so now I can actually better maybe perform for a customer. I'm a single man, bro. But for a partner, a customer.
I love it.
But you know, I mean, that has maybe expectations that are bigger than maybe my, you know, what I had been doing, you know, previously providing. So I'm more capable now, which makes me feel better too.
Yeah.
Because when you're gonna give that performance, it's, you know, kind of epic. You feel great about yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I know your partner's much more, you know, they've been pleasured, they've been fulfilled. They don't have any, dang, I wish that was longer. Well, of course you do, you know. Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm like done. And so, yeah, it's pretty great.
That's awesome. Well, again, thanks so much for letting us be a part of adjusting things and improving things and bringing a more quality of life to you. I really appreciate it.
I really appreciate what you guys have done, and you've delivered it in a way every time that, I mean, it's fun. There's laughs. You know, I've never felt. I feel like I have a relationship with a lot of your staff here. It's just done in a great way. I've never felt intimidated, violated. Like, you've explained the process. I've had privacy. None of those have ever been a concern for me. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Yep.